okay, we're going live. Hey guys, we're going live. And I just realized I was freaking muted.
Okay.
Oh no.
Hello. How's it going? How is everybody? What's going on? I do want to do a quick check-in with my players in a moment. But first, I want to welcome all of our viewers to Galesrian's Greatest, Tales of the Witch Boy. This is episode 8? This is episode 8, right? Whoa. That's 8 sessions, y'all. Like, we're doing it. We're doing the thing. I have an announcement. The first thing that I'd like to say is if you are liking our show, if you are enjoying what you're hearing, what you're seeing, watching, if you like our faces, if you like our characters, if you like the game, whatever, if you're interested in this, I would like to encourage you to support us on Patreon if you are able to donate. We have a Patreon page, patreon.com/greatestguardiangaming, and you can go ahead and donate whatever you're comfortable with. If you donate past the $12 mark, it's a subscription, then we have fun stickers that we can send you, and we can also, I believe the next one up is a set of posters and mugs and stuff like that will eventually get out to you as you continue a subscription with us. If that's not your thing, totally cool, totally understandable, and we just really appreciate you being here. And if you are interested in, like, I want some Greatest Guardian merch, stay tuned, because I'm coming up with some cool stuff. And I am currently wearing a Greatest Guardians Gaming hoodie.
Hell yeah.
That I think turned out pretty well. And we will be getting that merch up when we can. Yeah. Okay, that's my announcement. Hi, everybody. Can we do a quick check-in with players and ask how things are going? I don't know. Tell us something about yourself. Fun fact, maybe. I can start. My name is Em. I am the game master for Galesrian's Greatest. And a fun fact about me is that I am a beatboxer.
You can't just say that and then
Move on.
Well, so you see, here's the thing, is that my mic likes to mute me when I try to beatbox.
Great excuse.
There's
proof.
Is this like a girlfriend in Canada?
All right,
She goes to another school.
We're gonna try this. We're gonna see how this goes. Did it cut out after a bit?
No.
I
didn't hear any
going?
of it. You didn't hear any of it?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
It sounded good. Sorry.
No, can you like do that again?
I can do it again. There we go. That's my fun fact.
Wow.
I can beatbox. Michaela, hi. How are you?
Hello. I am doing well. I'm a little nervous for today, but other than that, I am sunshine and rainbows. So, yes. Do I have a fun fact? I am really good at looking at colors to see if they match. I'm really good at like matching up colors and making colors go together, and yeah.
That's not a skill that everybody has. It can be hard.
I just think it's fun, so I don't know, it's got to come naturally to some degree. Shout out to my eyes, I guess.
Shout out to eyes.
Yeah.
The real MVPs.
Eyes.
Thank you. Mike, hi. How are you?
Hi, I'm Mike. He, him. Oh, I'm doing great. Except for searching for anything white button-up shirts right now are very hard. But that's not my fun fact. But that's my sad fact.
That's a non-fact. Fun fact.
We have to say one of those too.
Oh.
So since you brought up beatboxing, I will say that I used to break dance.
Really?
Can you show us?
I mean, I could try to not
I'm
to hurt
kidding.
myself.
Don't hurt
but
yourself, man.
I wouldn't hurt myself.
Amazing.
That's really cool. So
It
next
fits.
week you can tune in 30 minutes before the show. Mike will be
Just like asynchronous beatboxing with,
With Mike,
Ray
like-
dancing.
Does not
we
sound
don't
like
have
a Twitch stream. That sounds like an OnlyFans.
we don't have any viewers right now, and so this is just like equally as hilarious that like we're just having fun right now. It's great, and people are gonna
yeah.
see this later.
One in the void.
All right, let's go to Dawn.
Hello, I'm Don, pronounce he, him. I play Craig Fogcrusher, the Kobold Swashbuckler. I'm doing alright. I'm having a good week. Been productive. My fun fact, today I had to take my cat to the vet and I was told I am a very good cat dad.
Oh,
Hey!
that is fun.
Despite what my cat said after. But she did great. She's good. She's a little heavy. So am I. But she's good. She's in good health, and we are taking very good care of her. And I've been kind of floating on that all afternoon.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
While Jenna goes, I'm gonna go ahead and throw out our live link on the Twitter, so we can get some more viewers, hopefully. Jenna, how are you? And
Hi.
what's going on? What's your
I'm
fun
doing
fact?
okay. I'm Jenna, she, her. I play Lee Shija. And fun that, well, today I made kirimochi, grilled kirimochi for the first time. It's
Ooh.
these dried pieces of mochi, and you put them on a fire, like you roast them, and then they like get puffed up, and the inside get really gooey, and the outside is really crunchy. And you can put sweet soy on it, you could put red bean on it. I had it with ozoni, and it's a Japanese New Year's soup, but it's not New Year's. I just made it because it was cold.
Okay. That's exciting. Sounds good.
Ooh.
Sounds delightful.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Gwen, go ahead.
Well, my name's Gwen, she, her. And my fun fact is also a sad fact. I just got a job after 4 years 2 weeks ago. So I'm back in the
congratulations, though.
workforce.
That's
Yeah.
definitely a fun fact.
That's a good fact.
That's a yay fact.
That's a gay fact.
No, a yay,
Oh, no,
a
actually,
yay
That's
fact.
a gay fact. I'm like, okay,
I
sure.
was
That's
going to go with it.
Also what I heard.
Yeah.
It was actually, that's a funny story because Saturday night, every single person working the front of house, like all the servers and me as the host, are all queer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another yay fact. Yay.
So we
Another
had
gay
I think that's
fact.
kind of a gay fact. I don't know.
we had another trans woman. We had 2 sapphics, and then me, trans sapphic. So I mean, like, it was the whole bunch.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yes.
That sounds
Oh.
fantastic.
And someone who described themselves as a platinum card carrying gay man.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Well, we are here in session 8. And Sogafa is in hot water.
It's warm.
Warm. Warm water. Warm water. Warm water. Warm water. Right? Warm water. Sogafa, we've got some options. Should we just dive in?
Are you gonna list my options if
I
I say no?
I think let's dive in. Let's see what these potential options are. So-
Alrighty, let's do this.
What happened just before we ended stream last time, Sogafa?
I was on watch, and there was some motion in the forest, and I decided to check it out. But I woke Shaija first, so that there would still be someone on watch. And I pursued what was turned out to be a leopard into the forest. The leopard led me to the rangers who have been following us. I assume
Seemingly
since
the
we were-
Rangers.
Yes, what appears to be the rangers that I assume are following us. And as I was getting close enough to see them, I did unfortunately break a twig under my foot, and their conversation ceased as if they'd heard it.
And you are now in the dark. It's around like 2 or 3 a.m. on the 19th of Breeze. Actually, I'm sorry, the 20th of Breeze. And early morning. It's a warm night. The air is humid. You have these insects that are buzzing and chirping around you. You hear a frog chirp or croak off in the distance. There's a heavy humidity, heavy just wet feeling in the air. And it's warmer than average, right? It's a very I would say it's probably uncomfortable right now. You're sticky. You're in the mud. And you have fallen down as you've descended this slight slope. And as you fell, the voices that you were hearing in the distance stopped, almost as if the trigger to those voices stopping was you falling down. And now, you have a few moments before something might happen. And I think your mind is probably racing right now. And tell me if I'm overstepping with character interpretations. But I would think that Sogafa's mind is racing. Am I correct?
Absolutely, yes. She is nervous.
And as those voices go silent, and you're lying there in the mud, you think of a few options. You could hide and stay put. You could get up, find a new hiding spot, and stay where you are. You could also try and run. But you think if you run, it's likely that you'll reveal yourself, where you are, and whoever might come try to find you, if somebody does try to find you, might be able to find you more easily. You could alert your friends, but if you do that, you are revealing yourself. You could alert your friends and run, and then you think of another option. You could also intimidate these beings that are out there in the forest and try to make them think that you are something that you are not. So you've got a number of things that you could do. If you want to try to intimidate, you could either do that from stealth, or you could do that and reveal yourself. But those are going to be like charisma-based checks. Hiding, dex, that's going to be stealth. Alerting your friends, probably like charisma, and hoping that your friends can hear with perception. And then running is going to be a whole other game that we're going to have to get to if you decide to do that. What are you thinking? Go ahead.
Okay, so Sogafa knows that if she runs, not only is she likely to reveal herself, but she's basically turning herself into a rabbit against wolves, right? Because she's short, she's small, she cannot run that fast, and she's not that athletic. So she's not going to run. She's already considered that no. I think she's going to hide. Try to move away from this mudslide that she's now created and try to hide. And from that hiding spot, she's going to start changing what she's got on. She's going to take off her bright colors, her hat, etc. So, but she's got to hide first.
All right. I would like a stealth check, please. And any other checks that you feel might be appropriate for this. I think we used thievery in the past to help disguise oneself. I'm okay with something like that if you have ideas. You think, like, a good few moments before those voices that were a decent ways away would be closer to you. So you've got some time. You're going to have to scramble, but
Okay, but I can do a couple of things.
you can do a couple things. We'll kind of I'll have to like rule each one as we go. But yeah.
All right, then I'll roll stealth first. Oh, unfortunately, that's gonna be maybe not that bad actually. What's my stealth? So what was that? 15 for my stealth.
Okay. And describe to me what you're doing when you stealth. Where are you going? What is Sogafa doing?
I think this is a big jungle, so obviously there's a lot of trees, but there should be a lot of fairly dense foliage as well. Big leafy, rainforesty plants. And I think she's just trying to hunker down in one of those while she kind of does her outfit change.
Okay.
So that then she can come out and have all of her normal possessions hidden away so that she doesn't give herself away.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Can I ask what the motivation is of changing into something else?
Well, I'm not really changing clothes. I'm just taking off all of my halfling indicators. So I want to get rid of the bright colors. I want to go into basically vampire only appearance.
Noted.
So fangs out, face covering off. Hair is supposed to be really white and pale. Her skin's super pale. So she wants to get rid of all of her bright colors and halfling it.
Okay. Let's go.
She's going forest vampire.
This is awesome. Can you give me let's look at our skills here.
I was gonna say there's thievery, there's survival or diplomacy.
Give me
I mean, it's kind of
survival.
the opposite of diplomacy.
Yeah, give me survival. And yeah. Oh no.
8 for my survival.
Okay.
Not surviving.
Okay. So I think it's probably easy enough to like make yourself look like your vampire self, right? That in and of itself is not what the survival check is for. I would say what the survival check is more so aimed at is how well are you able to take the surrounding... Actually, you know what? Do we need a survival check? What, I mean, are you just changing clothes, basically?
I'm pretty much just... I'm not even changing. I'm just removing all of my brightly colored stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, then we don't need that survival check. So, is there anything else that you wanted to do in this moment?
I would like to cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
It's just it only has verbal components, so I'll try to do it quietly.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's just a +1 to D20 roll, pretty much.
Yeah. Great. A few moments pass. Where are you? Are you in a tree? Are you...
Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, you know, I'm a nimble halfling. I'd like to go up into a tree if I can and just crouch up there, kind of just looking down like a cat in a tree.
Okay. Can I get either acrobatics or athletics from you to climb.
Yes, I'll do acrobatics.
Oof.
Okay, at 24.
Oh gosh.
Climbing like a monkey, you know?
All right, you make it up to whatever desired height you would like. Would you say you're like 10 feet up, like 20 feet up? I would say you can probably go up to your speed with that 24.
Okay, I think I'd like maybe about 15, 20 in that range, because 10
Okay.
feet, I mean, tall people can see 10 feet up, and it's not that hard.
Okay. So you're able to climb up, and you feel fairly confident that you're doing a good job of hiding. And then you hear crunch, 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 crunch through the woods as something is walking, seemingly trying not to make too much noise, but it's apparent they're not trying to hide per se. And give me a perception check.
Okay, may I use my keen eyes, the +2 circumstance bonus, to try to find them, if that's what this is for?
It is. Yeah.
So an 18.
An 18. You see an elven man with long blonde hair in a braid that goes down his back. He's wearing a long bow across his torso, and he's holding a knife as he walks. He's walking slowly, crunch, 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 as he steps on twigs and leaves. And he looks around. Let's do a perception check for him.
Nice.
Natural 1. He is looking around, and you see him walk directly beneath you, right below you. And he looks around to the left, he looks to the right. He just keeps walking, crunch, crunch, and then he whistles. And he continues walking. And then you hear another whistle. And give me... Let's see. Give me another perception check. Oof,
Okay,
on fire. 24. Off in the trees, quite some distance away, maybe 40, 50, 60 feet away through the trees, you can kind of see something jump, and the trees rustle. And then it stops. Since you spot it, you can give me another stealth check at advantage. You know what? You can give me another stealth check, and if it's not better than your 15, then you can leave it, and we can say that you can go back to the position that you were in when you had your 15. Okay.
Okay, that's a modified 20 for me.
Okay, you're able to kind of, as you see this thing jump from one branch to another, you catch it in your eye, and quickly you're able to grab around the trunk of the tree and pull yourself around and conceal most of your body against the trunk of the tree as you're just peeking out. And I think you notice that as you do this, 2 cat's eyes leap in your direction. And let's see what they roll. A 9 on the die. It does not beat your 24 stealth. And then you see the cat, clearly the same leopard that you saw earlier in the night, leap off to another tree.
Can I tell if it's the same leopard as we previously encountered and didn't kill?
I think it's too far away to tell.
Okay. So they're all leopards. They're hard to tell apart in the dark.
Yeah. But after that leopard leaps away, you do hear another. A few moments pass, followed by another whistle. Excuse me. And maybe 30 minutes passes, 45 minutes passes as you're up in the tree. And you feel fairly confident that no one is down looking for you anymore. What do you do?
I'm gonna review in my head. I heard 2 whistles, so it would appear, as far as I can tell, that there are at least 2 people in this party. And I believe I saw 2 separate large cats.
So it seems as if you saw at least 1 cat.
Okay.
And it's either the same cat that you just saw earlier in the evening before you went on this little adventure, or it's a different cat, and there are 2.
Okay.
But it's at least 1 leopard, 1 elven male, and then another whistle that you heard.
Unseen.
Yeah. So I would say at least 2 individuals, at least 1 cat.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to attempt to carefully and quietly get out of this tree and collect my belongings.
Okay. As you do that, can you please give me an acrobatics or athletics to climb down the tree?
Okay, a 17 for me.
You're fine, you make it down. Give me another perception check, would you?
$25.
It seems...
Sogafa is on high alert.
Yeah.
Very high alert.
It seems clear. Everything seems... okay. And then as you start to think that nobody else is around, you turn to your left, look just diagonally across at a tree, and you see 3 geckos that look similar to the geckos that maybe the gecko that one individual used in the fight at the fight at Haven. The large gecko. They're a small creature, and there are 3 of them on a tree. Can you give me a nature check, please?
I would love to. 6.
Yeah, I think you would probably look over and see that looks very similar to the type of gecko that I saw when Haven was attacked. The companion of the leader of these rangers. But it's really hard to tell if it's just a random gecko with 2 other geckos. And it doesn't seem to be interested in you at the moment. It kind of scuttles off. What are you doing?
I am putting my green cloak back on, and I'm gonna pick up my hat, but I'm not gonna put it on. I'm gonna try to keep it kind of underneath my cape. It's a cape, not a cloak. Underneath my cape, so that it's not, a beacon in the middle of the night. And I think I'm just going to attempt to stealthily make my way back to camp to report on my findings.
Yeah, I think you're able to make your way back easily enough at this point. We'll say that you can roll over those stealth checks from before. And looks like Sogafa is safe as you return back to camp. You see Hem first, I would imagine.
Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. I've got all kinds of things to tell the group. Everybody good here?
You good, Mike?
Hem does not speak, does not
Yeah,
have
It's
voice,
just sign language.
only signs.
Okay.
Him, everything went fine. Don't even worry about it. Let's head back to camp, though. I could go for some sleep, to be honest.
Hem just kind of stands guard and watches you. You see its tentacles writhing at its sides and start glowing a little bit. And he looks at you and looks back at camp and just kind of holds his Girisame up and just kind of nods for you to go head back to camp. And he just hangs out on the perimeter.
Terrifying
Okay, all right.
and also, so...
Reassuring.
Yeah!
I know.
I'm super glad that thing's on my team. Sorry, go ahead.
Thanks, Hem. You have a good time out here. Keep up the good work. And then I'm gonna go see if I can talk to Shaija. If she's still up, I assume.
Yeah,
Hem is out.
as you come to camp, you see Shaija just kind of whittling with her mortar and pestle, and she kind of she's looking down, but you can see her kind of looking around, and she glances up at you as you come. Oh, Sogafa, what happened to your... As she notices that you're full vampire.
Oh.
And she's kind of startled, but not too much.
Hey, yeah, sorry. No, I'm not gonna bother right now. I'm gonna go to bed. But I found out some stuff that I think we should all be very interested in. There are some folks not that far from us out here in the forest, and they do not look particularly friendly.
What do you mean, folks? Like the ones that were chasing Remy?
They could be. I don't have absolute confirmation, but they did have some familiars, it seemed like. And there was a couple of them. One of them was an elf.
Did they look like the elves that attacked us?
I think so, yeah, I think so. As far as I could tell. It's dark, and I know I have dark vision, but I was a little panicked, I'm not gonna lie.
Shaija's gonna go to whoever's close to... We need to... Wake people! Why'd you go out so far? Why did you... And she's waking
I
whoever's
didn't go
standing
that
next to
far,
her.
that's the thing, I didn't go that far, they're not very far away. We should wake Hannah, she would want to know.
Yeah, so you see Shaija move Krig a little. I guess, I don't know, is Krig and Hannah still cuddling next to each other?
Oh.
You went
I
right
feel
to
like
sleep.
Yeah, Hannah maybe started the night, but she's one of those restless sleepers. You can see one foot sticking out of the tent, and just like she's sprawled like this, and like face down.
Hannah, wake up, Hannah. And she, if Hannah doesn't
So-
stir, she
So you now finally noticed my charms.
there are people in the woods. Sogafa went out all on her own.
Well, don't say it like that. Come on, you're gonna get me in
But-
trouble, Sunshine.
What's
See her
going
bite her
on?
thumb. She's like super nervous. Like
What's
she's
going
she,
on?
she doesn't know how to.
What's happening? What's happening?
So cold.
Remy, go back to bed.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pick and like bring him over as well.
Put my pillow harder over my head to block out all of the noise.
Let's go talk. Let's go talk away from Remy.
What?
Yeah.
I was
What are
just
you
gonna-
talking about?
Sogafa, tell them what you told me.
Okay, Liz, do you want to know this, or should we go outside?
What? What do you want at this?
Perfect.
What?
Okay, great. Now that everybody's awake, how convenient. So I noticed some movement in the forest, so I went and checked it out, and
How far did you
I
go?
think it wasn't that far. It was like 5 minutes. It was not far. And there are, I want to say, maybe some of those rangers who we encountered previously. I think they might be
What?
following us. Yeah, they might be
Oh.
following us.
Crick's gonna
Wait, what
get up.
Rangers?
We have to get up. We have to get up.
Yeah, Crick's gonna get up and he's gonna do a little somersault into his pack and pull out his sword at the ready. He is very acrobatic. So he's up, sword out, two hands.
I don't think they're an immediate threat. Now, I could be wrong. But yeah, Hannah, we had to fight people in Haven. I think you were off taking out that clockwork spy. But yeah, we had to fight some. They seemed like rangers. They had animals, and we fought them. They were after Remy, and I think we did not get rid of all of them.
Were they the same rangers though? They hurt us pretty bad.
I mean, they looked pretty tough. I only actually laid eyes on one of them, but they were wandering the forest for no reason at all, and they were whistling back and forth to each other, like to communicate. So I heard 2 whistles. So I think there's at least 2 of them, but I only saw one.
Can I get a perception check from everyone?
I was just about to ask for whistles.
– 19.
15.
Look at all these dice on the table.
22.
Also a 22.
Hell yeah.
19.
Everyone hears footsteps approaching the camp.
I cast telekinetic projectile and instinctively try to throw a rock in that specific direction.
I try
I-
to grab my equipment and get the buckler and the longsword ready.
So, Jenna, have Lishigia give me an attack roll, and
Yep.
I would like you to roll at a 50% mischance. Actually,
Ooh.
no. More than that.
Okay.
80% mischance.
I don't know how to calculate that, so I'm gonna roll it and you tell me what I need to do.
Okay.
So my number was 19 total.
Okay. Cool. Now I need you to roll a roll 2d10 for me.
Just 2d10 in general.
Yeah, they're
In 2,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say in 2e it's a flat d20, but you
Oh,
could
that's
do percentile
right.
too.
You're right. You're right.
Oh,
Good call. So thank you. Give me a flat d20.
Fuck. Where are the dice again?
Now, what
Just
she would have rolled previously would have been a 6 or a 15. 19 minus her intelligence, right?
With a 20% chance, you need a 16 or higher.
Thank you. Yeah, so you have a 20% chance of hitting this thing. So
I can't. I don't know where the thing is.
if you go to the chat
Okay.
and you type /roll space 1d20.
7.
Well, that is not a 16.
You fling your projectile and it shoots out into the forest, and you hear a woman's voice. Shh! You must come with me. You must come with me.
Tell me who you are first.
There is no time. You must come with me.
Tell
She
me who
sounds
you are, or I'll make
trustworthy.
you.
No. She sounds very trustworthy and or attractive.
Absolutely
So
not.
I'm.
I'm irritable. I'm not dressed. My hair is just like down.
Down.
It's down. It's down. Can you believe it? It's down.
And you see this woman looking at all of you. And she's wearing a cloak that only covers I'm sorry, it's like a vest that has a hood that covers her head. But you see these spines coming out of her arms. You see she's wearing very authentic, traditional tribal clothing of something that would be consistent with many of the tribes that live in Sogafa. And she has a very bird-like appearance to her. She's still very humanoid, but I mean, she looks much more human than bird, but she has certain features that just are very bird-like in and of themselves. Her nose is slightly more like a beak than it might be for a human. Her chin is much more chiseled than it might be for a human. Instead of hair, she has these spines that look like feathers without the actual feathers to them, like the spine of the feather without the soft parts.
Quill.
There we go. Thank you. And she looks at all of you and she says, "There are strangers in the woods, and you must follow me."
We have no reason to believe
Exactly.
that you
To
are
the
not
ends of the earth.
them.
What?
Exactly what I'm saying.
I look at Hannah.
Is there any way to do a diplomacy check to see if she seems trustworthy?
So you can give me a perception check against her will DC.
Oh, I can do that.
Already rolled a nat 1 by default, Hannah. I'm just kidding.
I
That's a 23 for me.
Chester.
21. I've been burned before, so like my rational part of my brain, how small it is still screaming in the back there.
I'm so proud of you.
So anyone higher than, I would say, actually, all of you except for Lishijia. All of you except for Lishijia see that she is eagerly trying to help you. She's very adamant about trying to keep you safe in this moment. Lishijia, you don't pick up on this.
You see me try to cast
Yes.
telekinetic projectile and try to hit as if I want to hit her at point blank.
I'm just gonna stand in between the path of the projectile so it hits me in the back.
Hannah!
She's so trustworthy. Come on. I'm gonna go grab my tent. I'm gonna go grab Remy.
I was gonna say,
We
let's
didn't
get
bring
Remy.
Remy. Okay.
Do you have everything that you need? There are people who are shortly following me and shortly following your little friend here. And she looks
You're bringing
over
them here.
at Sogafa. Oh, no. I was not the one to bring them. So this young halfling, this woman.
Wow. Wow.
I trust her implicitly. I'm gonna go grab Remy, okay? And Hortense.
I do not trust her implicitly.
I'm gonna dash over and just grab as much as I can and put Remy on my shoulders again.
What's happening? What are we doing?
Just hold on to my hair, okay?
What is happening?
We're moving.
Where are we going? Eska?
Uh,
Eska?
Somewhere safe. I offer my arm for Eska.
And you hear again.
That's it, guys.
Oh my god.
We gotta get out of here right now.
So Remy, we're just gonna be real quiet. This is just a fun adventure thing. We met a local and she's gorgeous and I think I'm in love. I mean, she's gonna get us out of a sticky situation, okay?
The sun isn't even up yet.
Don't worry, you don't have to walk at all. That's what I'm here for. You snap on my head, okay?
He just kind of puts his head in his hands like, oh. And then he sees the woman. Who are you? And she looks at him and she says, I have a name, I promise. God, I always forget names.
The new Mrs. Liar.
Always. Oh, that's good. Okay. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
There's no way we have enough time to take our stuff.
So I'm actually kind of interested in hearing what y'all have to say about this. And I also don't want to shut down the fact that, like, she's just not into this. So
I
what?
think that's why we haven't already run.
Yeah, like what's going on here with this situation? Lashija, what are you doing? Or did you just cast telekinetic projectile again?
I didn't cast it again because Hannah got in the way.
Okay.
So I did hit Hannah. I didn't stop to hit Hannah. This bitch comes out of the woods and says we need to follow her. We don't know who she are. She isn't gonna introduce herself, and she just expects us to follow her. Excuse me, you're the one who needs us to listen to you. You need to put a little more effort into this.
She walks up to you, almost aggressively, and she says, "Do you trust the magics?
I trust my magics. I don't think I trust yours.
Then you should trust my magics."
Then
you-
tell me who you are,
You are-
stranger.
You are the stranger here. You are not from Sagagesa. You are not from my home. You are not from this jungle. You have no idea where you belong, and I can see it in your eyes. You are a stranger in my land, and I am here to protect you. And should you not choose to come with me, so be it. Stay here and die.
I think this strikes a chord in me. And I think I try to hit you again, but instead of casting the spell, I just try to take my fan and slap it across you.
I'm gonna do a reflex save. Well, give me, you know what, I guess give me an attack roll for like an unarmed strike.
Oh no, more things I don't know how to use on this fight.
You're okay. You should be able to go to actions, and unarmed attack is within your actions. Yeah.
I see, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Attack. Strike map damage. Unarmed strike?
Yeah, so there should be, if you go to your home page in your character sheet, and then you scroll just to the right of it in that little, it's like the little diamond with the square. There you go. Nice. All right.
18.
18. Ooh. You hit her. Where are you hitting her? With your fan?
I want to, with my fan, and I want to hit, I think I'm indignant.
Okay.
And I want to hit her across her face.
Okay. Roll.
I'm extremely emotional right now.
Roll damage.
Okay.
So that's gonna be Um,
I also I hate to do this.
what's
I
that?
also feel like because I'm not uh being very smart right now, I feel like this makes a sound because it's a fan striking a person.
Sure.
Mm.
Um, so it should be 1d4 minus 1.
It rolled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Oh,
You
So
got a two.
I rolled it. I wanted to give Jenna a chance to roll hers.
Oh, I
Oh.
see. My bad.
I was
oh,
just,
okay.
yeah, I was just checking it.
And then -1 is 1.
Okay.
1 damage.
So the fan strikes her across the face. She looks at you and she says, almost unflinching, as the spines on the back of her head straighten and kind of tense. Are you quite done, young woman?
Puppy. I don't say anything. Well, I look away from her, and my fan comes out and turns into my little puppet.
Okay.
And it tries to take my tent, but I don't think we have enough time. I don't think we're going to have enough time to take our stuff.
I already ran over and I'm just grabbing the tents and like not grabbing the stakes or anything, just pulling them up.
Dragging canvas.
Yes.
Just pulling the stakes out of the ground wholesale.
Give me let's do this. Athletics. You can give me survival. You can give me some sort of check. Let's see.
21.
Cool.
And that was athletics. Just
if you have a spell that you can cast that can help you kind of pick things up, you could do that.
me?
If anybody. Yeah, I think those are the main ones. So everybody give me one of those rolls to pick stuff up. Athletics, survival.
So I got the 21 athletics.
I'll allow thievery too. Cool. 21 athletics. Great. That is good to factor in.
17 on the, what did I do? Survival for me. Although I don't think that Sogafa is even really thinking of this stuff. I think she is mostly focused on grabbing Li Shijia's hand and trying to kind of drag her along. Like, come on, I got us into this mess. I'm so sorry, but we gotta go.
Yeah, I think you can drag me, but I'm clearly upset for a reason that is not related to this.
All right. Oof. So the way that I'm running this, I think you are in a hurry. Well, let me ask you: are you in a hurry?
Yes.
Yes, everybody's in a hurry.
Sogafa is
Yep.
sense of urgency for it, definitely.
Except for Lashijia, who rolled a 4.
my stuff.
Well, hang on. We're good. We're good. I'm not gonna let y'all lose all of your equipment here. The way that I want to do this is based on how well you rolled these checks. I'm gonna have you roll a d4, a d6, or a d8 to see how many things get left behind. I also want to factor in that there is a cauldron that can carry things, that people might have psychokinetic hands that can carry things, that there might be other ways that people can bring things from their camp.
Like Hem.
Like Hem. Can Hem carry things like this?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Hem is very strong.
So, we're going to give a +2 for each of those things. Does anybody have psychokinetic hand? Or tell whatever the spell is for that? I think Remy might. Let me check. He does not. Okay. +2 for Hem, +2 for the cauldron. So everybody's roll gets a +2. Can you all tell me those numbers?
6.
12.
6, 12,
23.
23,
16.
16,
19.
19. Is that everybody? And Remy.
Except for Remy.
And Remy will roll. Let's go with survival. Nice.
Nice job, Remy.
All right. 20. We're rolling a d4.
Well, that was the best of our options.
That is the best of your options. Can I have one person roll a d4 to determine how many things get left behind? 3 things. Okay. What are some things that would have been left out in the camp?
Bed rolls.
Okay.
A cooking pot.
Cookware.
Square. Tent.
Maybe some torches.
Okay.
My dresses, my shoes.
Yeah. Your shoes are drying.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't put my armor on.
Oh,
I have decent
armor?
AC, so I mean,
Well,
it's a
okay.
bummer, but
But here's the thing. You can choose. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay, this is such a weird situation, but I love it. It's tricky. Can each of you write out a list of what you would grab in what order? And then send that list to the Discord. And then we'll figure that out a little bit later. But a couple things might get left behind. Or if you just want to tell me, like, this would be the last priority for me, then you can do that too right now.
I have 2 items in mind that I would first instinct try and grab.
Okay, what are those?
I have a small box of little, I guess the term is occultism, but it's tools that I use to help me divine things.
Oh.
And the other thing is another box full of kingfisher pins. So it has that kingfisher blue type of ornamentation, and then
Okay.
it's really small. There's like 3 or 4 in there.
Okay. I would say you're probably able to grab both of those. You had a 6 to your roll. Oh wait, no, that doesn't matter. We're going average. Because everybody can grab anything, right? So Lishija runs and grabs her 2 boxes.
I think I try and grab more, but I'm forced to leave everything else behind. So it gets like dragged out of my tent and it's in the dirt now.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So for Hannah, her first priority is Remy, obviously.
Okay.
And then I think she sees Lashigia struggling with some of her things and grabs a couple of her boxes. And honestly, her stuff is sort of the last thing on her mind.
And I think that you're probably able to grab a few things and toss them into the cauldron too, making it easier to carry some other things as well. What about Krieg? What is the first thing that Krieg goes for in this situation?
he still has his rapier in his hand. So the first thing he would go for would be his bejeweled scabbard. I think his armor and his cape and his climbing kit would all kind of just be one lump. But I think in the haste, he would figure there's enough of us, someone bigger is going to grab a bedroll. I feel like they're probably a little too big for Krieg's little arms. So he'll ignore a bedroll, but I think he leaves behind his musical instrument, that nice big conch shell, because he's trying to get everything to protect him. I think he'd leave that behind, but his throwing knives are kind of like in his leather armor. But yeah, I think he'd get most of his stuff. He doesn't have much, but the instrument not being vital to survival, I think that would get left behind in his bedroll, because his sleeping arrangement kind of changed.
There's something... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, when Hannah grabbed Krig. His sleeping situation kind of changed. So he's like, bedroll. Doesn't worry about the bedroll. So it's completely out of his mind. He's just grabbing things that can hurt people and save himself with.
There's something so real about this situation. I just want to like take a moment to mention this is, I don't know, it's moments like this that really hit hard when you're playing tabletop RPGs, because it's like this is happening. This is not ideal. These are items that have real meaning to these people, these characters who are real people within this world, and then they're swept up, and like this stuff happens in the real world, you know, like people have to get out of their homes quickly in emergencies, and this is I don't know, this is wild. These are moments that make tabletop gaming feel more interesting to me, I guess.
Yeah.
What is Sogafa doing? What is she grabbing?
Sogafa is definitely focused on. She's trying to prioritize as a group what is replaceable, and I think she's going to look at the bedrolls and think it's really hot in this forest, and we've got clothes on her back. We'll be fine. So she's gonna go for the cookware because that's much harder to replace. She's gonna try to gather that up, and I think as she's trying to get as much as she can attached to her little belt without, rattling like a rattle, I guess. She is looking longingly at the flower chain that she has slowly been constructing for Remy's hat, and the supplies that have been gathered that are probably kind of spread out on the ground in front of the tent by the fire where she and Remy were probably putting it together or making arrangements. So she's looking at that, really probably pretty sad, seeing several days of hard work and travel just get left behind. But she knows she can start over, so it'll be okay.
Can't hear you.
Sorry. What about Shaija?
I don't have much. I guess I'll just leave a lot of these herbs that I got. I got to make sure I got my tea kettle. I left home with not much anyway, so don't need much. Yeah. So when Shaija left home, she almost had a near-death experience and left with the clothes on her back. She's just kind of been traveling, and the little things that she owns and the little money she has is just by the little amount of work she has. She has one other pair of outfit, and her herb sack, and like a medicine bandolier. She doesn't even carry a weapon, so she doesn't have much to leave behind. So she's just gonna make room in her herb bag to help grab other stuff that other people are carrying. She might have a bedroll. That's it.
Okay. What about... Oh, we talked through Hannah. I think Remy
we
is...
got everybody but Remy.
Yeah, Remy is just... I mean, he has... Let me open up his equipment here. He's got... He doesn't have too much equipment on him, but I think the most important thing that he would grab would be his book that was given to him by the Southern Coven, which you may or may not have seen too much of. You might have seen him kind of in any downtime, just opening it up and reading it and trying to practice spells. But he's not too obvious about it. It's not like he carries it everywhere he goes, but it is important to him. And I think he would just kind of really quickly look to make sure it's in his pack. And then his sling. I think he might... I think he might leave behind his sling. I think he might look at it, and as Hannah's picking him up, he might just be like, sling or staff, which do I pick? And he grabs his staff. Whoa, alright, there goes that weapon. And his healer's tools are in his pack. I think he loses his sling, though. Okay. How we doing?
Well,
He's sprinting. We got to get out of here.
I think the last thing that he would, Krieg, having been someone who travels the seas, would grab was if he sees any water skins laying ignored. He knows the value of fresh water, so I think just out of instinct, from being a deckhand from his background, I think that would be the last thing Krieg grabs. But he's trying to keep up. He's got a little bit of a slower speed than the others.
Got it.
Sogafa definitely left her staff behind. There's no way she had that on her, so that
Okay.
definitely got left behind.
Okay. We are now following this strange woman who none of us have ever met through the jungle. And she leads you down a path up the river that seems like a path only the locals would know about. It dips down into a small, not quite a canyon, but I guess you could call it a canyon. It dips
Gully.
down. What's that?
Gully?
There we go. That's a better way to put it. It dips down into a gully, and she continues forward, and continually she's looking back over her shoulder to make sure that you are still with her. And after about 4 to 5 minutes of walking, another individual like her jumps down from the trees and looks at all of you and says, "Are these all of the strangers?" And she responds and says, "Yes, I believe they have the one with them that they were celebrating. The one that has drawn all of these other invaders to our jungle." And he says, "Very well, let's walk forward." And they walk through, continue on through the jungle. And as you follow, they're having quiet conversation with each other in a different language. As you continue to walk, you're probably pretty tired, but you notice that the mountain becomes closer. They take you in a path that you think most people don't know. It's just narrow enough to fit people single file through it. But you wouldn't think that many people would travel this unless they really understood the area. So this would definitely be difficult terrain. But you do have good helpers leading you through it, so you're in fairly good shape. After probably an hour or so of walking, the woman turns back to all of you and says, "Sit, we will rest here." And then she climbs up a tree. And the man, similar with spines across his arms and his head, looks to all of you and gives a scoff. Shakes his head.
I don't think I like his attitude.
I know I don't like his attitude. Hey, buddy, you have any problems here?
No problem. Not from me.
Are we gonna have problems with someone else?
Yeah, I'm actually confused.
Big.
My
Is there
people,
another person here?
my people are not happy with this one. And he looks over to Remy.
You're not happy with an 11-year-old? Do you guys have like a lot of personal issues you need to talk through? Because that's a little like petty.
He pulls you to the side. Please, we should not talk with the boy listening.
This got so high school.
I tell my friends everything I can.
Very well. The boy is being hunted. The hunters are here in our land.
Okay, but why is that his fault? I mean, he's not actively putting up signs like, hey, I'm an 11-year-old, shoot me.
Are you victim blaming?
Yeah. This seems like you're sort of going after the wrong people. Why are you caring about being mad at the little boy when you should be mad at the people who are trying to hunt a child?
And the woman jumps down from the tree. She's right, you know.
See, Pretty Woman gets it. Never caught your name. Hi, I'm Hannah.
That's right, I was going to look up a name.
Got distracted.
So did I. In your spines.
Yeah, what are you all doing? As you rest, are you just going to sleep?
Where are we? Did we stop somewhere?
Yeah, you're kind of in a marshy area. Let me give you an idea of what that looks like. You may have preloaded into this scene when you opened Foundry, I'm not sure.
My screen was black. I didn't see anything.
I just have black, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have absolutely nothing as well.
Let's get you on the board.
Oh.
We just all need our tokens. Ah, we can see.
This is where you're at. Marshy area. And the woman looks at you. She says my name is Yeli.
Yali. Well, you are the
I'm-
most beautiful Yali I've ever seen.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You are here in Sogafa. Why?
Venture? Money? A new job? A new ship? Some new friends? I'm Krig.
Nice to meet you, Krig.
Is Remy right next to us as well?
Yes.
Anna's still holding?
Yeah, I'm probably holding on to his hand as I'm trying to defend him.
Let go. I'm fine, okay?
I don't.
Across the street.
I don't.
Give him a stern look.
Fine.
I squeeze down on his hand a little, like reassurance.
I remember why we're here. Lishija does. But I'm super not saying anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that Shaija is gonna probably like pull Shija aside and say, "I'm not sure I trust these people." And just to like, I want to like really convey the perspective of Shaija. Shaija woke up, Sogafa left, went out, came back, said there were people out there, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, another set of people come out, and they know about the boy too. Do not like the situation. She's got this fraught look on her face. She keeps looking back at Remy and knows that, you know, Hannah Lyre's there. Lisa Jew, what you think?
I have my two boxes and I'm gripping them so tightly and so close to me that my knuckles are white. And I sort of look at you and I say, I think you understand how I feel about this.
So yeah, I guess she's just gonna glare at them with Lisa Ju.
Boy, what is your name? And Remy responds, Oh, I'm Remy. You are from here. You are from Sagagesa. You were born in Sagagesa. These people were not. They do not understand why my friend and I have been tracking you. We have been trying, and she looks at all of you, to understand why these strangers from Elea are here in Sagagesa. And you seem to be the answer, young Remy. They have brought fear to my mountain, to my people. Is it a worthy cause that you bring this boy through my mountain and endanger the people who live within our caves? Is it a worthy cause that you bring these strangers from another continent to our home where they try and steal and pillage?
I open my mouth and in a very loud voice I say, did you take us all this way to berate us? If this place matters to you so much, why don't I bring them here? Tell us what you want!
I want my people to be safe.
Then leave us be. We never knew about your people before we came here. And if you'd left us alone, we would have never come across you ever. For all I see, you have brought your people. You are the one who brought your people danger by coming so close to us. For someone go close to this dangerous little boy. This dangerous little boy.
She's out of line, but she's got a point.
My brand.
I don't think she responds. I think she just looks at you and nods.
I think seeing all of this tension, Sogafa is going to follow Yeli's previous lead and climb up a tree. And just kind of hang out on a low branch so she can still hear what's going on, but she's not really a part of it.
Okay. Give me perception.
$19 for me.
You seem to be far away from whoever was tracking you earlier.
I thought that before, though, see? Well, guys, are we gonna get some rest while we can?
Yeah, I've just got a question. How is the yelling and the accusations helping anything in this situation? Like, nobody here chose to be in this situation. The kid needed help. We decided to help. And then, like, you saw we needed help and you decided to bring us here. I feel like the only person who's really in the wrong are jackasses who keep trying to kill him.
And Yeli, she looks at you, Hannah, nods, then looks back at Lishijia and says, "This is all I ever was trying to do, was to help. My people help. We are protectors in the mountain. We stay amongst ourselves. But we look out for each other and the other tribes along the Kinderon Mountains. We know that you are being tracked. We wanted to help. I do apologize for the way that this has proceeded.
I don't think anyone's really happy with the turn of events.
Well, I'm happy to be alive.
We're all happy you're alive too.
And I'm happy Remy's alive, and I'm happy Lishijia is alive. I'm happy everyone is alive. So let us just be thankful for this seemingly successful turn of events, tension or no, and let's just all keep each other safe while we can. Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeli nods.
Thank you. And thank you for your help, despite our crankiness.
As you start to wind down, is everybody winding down and trying to get some rest at this point? I'm not sure. I am curious to know what everybody's doing.
Depending on what time of night it is, and if Krieg already he took first watch, so if he's got his full sleep, he's fine to stay up.
Yeah, I would think you probably do.
So Krieg will stay up and kind of look around this marshy bit if they allow him.
Okay.
I'm snoozing.
I think Hannah's gonna try to sort through because she grabbed things that she saw that people really were enjoying. And I think she's slowly realizing she forgot her entire backpack and all of her stuff. So she's like,
No.
she's got this vest pocket. She pulls out Lashijia's shoes and like puts them over there and just like tries to rub off the dirt and like goes into another, pulls out a little conch shell and hands it to Craig.
Oh.
I couldn't let you, like, it looked like you left this on accident. And
I did, yeah. I
but you had such good music.
Thank you. Thanks, Hannah. I was like, okay, I almost died the last time I fought these things, so I just grabbed things that could hurt them or help me, and I guess in the rush, I forgot my shell. Thank you. This is great. Thank you so much. And he's not gonna play it right now. He like puts it up to his mouth to start, and then he just slowly draws it back down. I'll play you something when these people say it's safe to have fun. I don't know, but I'll play you a special song.
Can you make sure it's a happy one?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't really do the somber stuff. You can't really. Well, I guess I probably could make a low sound, but no, it'll be a one we could all dance to.
I'd appreciate that. I'm sure Remy would too. How you doing, big guy?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna go to sleep now. He's like kind of tired of Hannah holding his hand this whole time.
Okay. You hang out with Uncle Craig, okay? Just gonna.
Sounds good. He'll he's gonna try to get some rest in. But yeah. What about Shaija and Lishijia? What are you all doing? Are you going to sleep? Are you staying up?
Shaija is definitely not going to go to sleep if everybody else in the party is going to go sleep, and she will take a hit of fatigue if need be.
Okay. What about Lishijia?
Real quick, when Yeli apologized, I think that helped
Okay.
calm Lishija a little bit, but she's not a big enough person to apologize in return.
Okay.
So she didn't like attack, but she didn't like respond to it either. I think I'm gonna try to sleep with my things, but because I'm holding them so hard, I don't get a very good sleep. I also don't think I've realized yet that Hannah has brought some of my things, but none of hers.
Oh. Yeah. What about Sogafa? Oh wait, did we?
Yeah, I am in the tree,
That's
trying
right.
to sleep, leaning up against the trunk,
Okay.
just up off the marshy ground.
Okay. As some of you fall asleep, the sun begins to rise. And a beautiful glow stretches across the jungle. And through the trees, through a clearing in the trees just ahead, you see a towering mountain range. The Kinderon Mountains, covered in foliage, tall trees, completely green. And you think that when you start your journey forward from here, you're likely going to be going at an incline upward toward the heart of the Kinderon Mountains. And that is where we'll end session for today. Thank
Thanks,
you so
everyone.
much. We appreciate
Thank
you watching. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.